Hey everybody, welcome back to the studio. I thought I'd share a little bit more about one of my favorite tools, which is the lacrosse ball. This little guy is extremely versatile and I use it pretty much every day. One of the things that I'm using it for quite frequently is to take care of my forearms. So a couple different things that don't treat me too well is spending a lot of time behind the computer, and then also any time that I'm spending a lot of time holding a camera for a long period of time, I tend to strain my forearms and really use those muscles a lot. So I like to put in a lot of work into my forearms just simply so they feel good and I'm taking good care of them. So this little tool is extremely beneficial for that. So when I'm using this to take care of my forearms, really I'm just using a flat surface, putting the lacrosse ball in between my forearm and the table here, and I can already start to feel this. I start it kind of high up towards my elbow here, opening and closing my wrist. You can see the lacrosse ball kind of jump around as my muscles flex there. And it really starts to dig in, and it's acting like a deep tissue massage as I press down. And so I'll use this offhand to give it a little bit more weight on top of it, start making like little circles, and I'll spend some time here going kind of in a north-south direction from my elbow down to my wrist. And as I do that, I'm just kind of opening and closing my hand and really allowing that lacrosse ball to get in between the muscles and the tendons there as I go through it. So spend 3 or 4 minutes there doing that, and you can really start to feel a big difference there. So once I've done the underside of my forearm, I'll then spend some time on the top side of my forearm, which from that I need to get up into more of like a bent over position to get a little bit more leverage and to kind of twist over just a little bit. And so I'll use this offhand here to give myself a little bit added pressure and weight, and opening and closing my hand, I can feel the lacrosse ball working itself in between those muscles and tendons in a north-south direction there. I'll go from my elbow down to my wrist. I'll go through this a few different times here. And also, as much as you're going from in between the elbow and the wrist, you want to go in an east-west direction too. So making sure that we kind of make this movement along here, and you can feel that lacrosse ball really working into those muscles and tendons. So this is a great little tool to really help take care of your forearms, in this case in particular. And whether it's from a day of photographing and your forearms are just pretty tired from holding the camera, or it's from a day spent at the computer where you're typing, mousing, if you use a stylus, all those little micro adjustments that we do can really have negative effects on the way that our forearms work. So this will help counteract that. Spending some time doing this will be really beneficial. If you have any questions, leave them below. Happy to get back to you with anything that you guys may need, and we will see you on the next one.